Okay, I'm back. Let me continue my unpopular series of the streams. Well, implying I have some popular series. Well, let's say it was the least popular among all my games I have talked about before. But anyway, I should finish with it. So let's continue briefly. Everything is on, right? Okay, the big game of rape, the turn 13. We are clearing thrones one by one. You have captured the throne of creation and our cup circle last turn. Hey, I would like to know it myself. Hello. I hope by Christmas maybe. Assuming they will finish with all the new nations they had in mind, if they made all the content, I mean lore descriptions or all sprite. Well, I guess they got all the sprites already. Well, I hope the new game will came up soon. But now I'm talking about old Dominions 5 game. No more messages from Relech. We finally get rid of this pesky messages. He was sending them a lot, sometimes even 3-5 per turn. So when it's quiet, it's kinda nice and serene, right? This time I'm starting my stream a bit earlier than usual because we have invited some guests, so I was planning to stream today. Well, otherwise I had not a lot of time to do that another day. So I'm trying to do this today a bit earlier. Okay, at first some messages from Famoria. Was 341 my province or year before? I can't remember. It was his province which were captured by Indies, and I am responding to him in the same manner. Like, go ahead and take it, Grey Forest. No problem. I'm not here to grab or deceive him. I guess he's my friend in the future. Hero Humi gets would you be up to serve me some brute slaves? He was trying to pretend he is some small Japanese goblin, right? Well, I don't like role-playing in Dominions all that much, but when it's that little bit cute, it's fine with me. I'm looking for 50 of them, and I was willing to trade you 20 gems: water, earth, astral, death, or nature. So Shinoyama got a lot of spare gems, and he wants to start his blood nomics with my slaves, but I'm not going to sell him. Well, it's a fair price that earlier, I believe, but actually I don't want to help him too much. He's one of the leaders of this game, so I believe I should be a bit more stingy with it. And one message from Mictlan. This is good to know. Are you able to forge dwarfen hammers? I would like to buy one or two of those. Actually, I keep thinking about, how can I get them myself? That's why I'm sending a message to Shinoyama. Hey there, friendly Japanese goblin. Your proposition is fair, but unfortunately, right now I don't have a satisfying blood income. Well, it's half true, half not, because I have pretty nice blood income by that point, but not nearly satisfying enough to sell him, well, 50. So I can trade fairly. If you are willing to give me 2 dwarfen hammers, then I'll gladly ship you 50 fresh gurls. I know it's a tad bit overpriced, but I don't really have spare ladies laying around at the moment. Please inform me if you are interested. You can do it in the thread if you like. Sorry if I have disappointed you. That's my answer. So I am trying to buy. Well, I'm actually quite stressed about my earth income, about my lack of dwarfen hammers. So I'm trying to get them whenever I can. Well, I can send a global message to everyone, but well, I really don't want to show everyone that I'm interested. Also, to Mictlan, my answer is like that. Unfortunately, I only got a single mage capable to craft the hammers. That's true, and he's side searching right now. That's also true. So it will take around 6-8 turns before I'll make my first dwarfen hammer. I hope that won't take too long, because I also have chance. Well, this turn I have successfully recruited Sorcerer of Sands with a really convenient cross path. I mean Earth 2. He rolled Earth 2 on him, so now I technically can craft a dwarfen hammer, but I don't have a satisfying income, Earth income for that. So at first I need to do some side searching. So well, I have more than one mage, but my resources are lacking for the task. For now at least. Well, that's all. Some more messages maybe to Famoria. Well, 431 was yours. Go ahead and grab it. Okay. So that's messages for this turn. What else? No luck searching for sites. Blood income. Well, it's not small. It's not big. Exactly about 50 blood slaves this turn I'm getting. So I can ship 50 to Shinuyama just like that. 2 more seductions. I was trying to capture 1 more black sorceress, but she happened to be a more tough nut to crack rather than Satina, who we successfully charmed before, or more like seduced before. 2 kills, but in this replay Troubadour still succeeding and killing her, if I remember correctly, but this replay is wrong. In reality, she actually boiled his brains just fine. Oh, wait, I'll check. Someone send me a message, maybe. No, it's fine. I have some time. Well, if I'm lucky, it's about 2 hours. So maybe I'll. Maybe it's no, it will be enough to tell what I want to tell about the turns. Then some more attacks. I was pinging Indie province on the Patalas border. There is only one Scorpion Beast as the leader, so I can assassinate him and clear this province afterwards with just anything. And my first unsuccessful attempt on clearing the throne with the monolith was followed by this attempt to do the same, and it went well, quite fine. The first air alley got absolutely destroyed by Blade Wind, actually Fist of Iron. So well, the monolith can take care about elementals, well, more or less fine, but those fire allies, they got a hit aura. It still works, it still makes the monolith fatigue out, and well, armor piercing attacks from time to time are reaching their goal. Well, the monolith has dev skill 0, so all their attacks are hitting the target, but well, his protection is quite high, and still it dies. From the second attempt, we are clearing the throne. This is the throne of sorcery. Nice. Thaumaturgy bonus 30. It's really heavy. Now I probably can quite effectively cast Vengeful Waters and Gale Gate spells, because, well, I have quite significant water income and air income as well. So especially if I'll manage to capture the Kaelin's capital a bit later. So I should aim for those globals, but the problem is my research is quite slow. Now it's turn 30 and I have only 302 RP per turn. Well, my extensive blood hunting affects it a lot, I could say, so this research is really pathetic. And since I am buying my blood slaves, well, in the brackets, right, not really effectively, I'm polluting a lot of my rich and big farm provinces with my blood hunting, so I'm receiving a lot less gold than my income graphs may suggest. Let me see, show you, I mean, yeah, well, you can't compare with anyone else. My well, my income is growing every turn, as it looks, but in reality I am receiving a lot less than that, because blood hunting, well, patrol, well, I am getting my money before my patrollers makes unrest lower, so this is my maximum. In reality I'm getting a lot less. That was my point. Whatever. One more attack from Agartha AI. They managed to return their province from me, but whatever, I don't care. I let Fomori and Kellum, and early Kellum, to take care about them. And finally, an interesting battle in the Ermer's capital province. He still got some spectators. The spectator is empowered in death, I believe. Quite curious situation. Why did he need to do that, I wonder. And we can see that the main striking force on the side of Abyssia, well, apart from their heavy infantry, is of course their god, Myrmekileon. He got quite well, low HP, but his buffs, protection and all stuff are actually, well, top notch, especially against the skeletons. Unless Ermar managed somehow to, well, snipe this dude, they will have trouble protecting themselves from this assault. And especially off script, spectators cast Decay. Well, Decay is a good idea, but, well, look, the age of pretenders is tremendous. We have 2,000 years out of 5,000. Decay won't ever work on it. I mean, it will harm him to some point, but Myrmekileon have got a regeneration, so all the damage from Decay won't affect it too much. And finally, well, some reason he was scripted to attack closest, I believe, so he's assaulting the troops stationed on the walls, and only after them he have gone after the archbishops. Well, quite clean victory for Abyssia. He lost around 35 heavy infantry and, well, Smolder Ghost is summonable troops. They're valuable, well, quite valuable as well. they're ethereal, so capable to walking through the walls. And I bet they were trying to perform this as well. Well, this is just remnants of Armorian forces, not a lot of Dusk Elders, only one. But mainly armor, as we can see, he was using a strat to utilize his archbishops to summon a lot of lictors. But Abyssea besieging all his forts have prevented him from doing so. Fine. What else? What else? Some gold we've got from the events, from some events, and of course finally armor is gone. Well, not finally, but after losing his only remained fort, he really was destroyed. Okay, Abyssea took his second cup. He's quite scary right now. And if I remember correctly, last turn this province was belonging to Jamon. I don't know if Abyssea decided to attack Jamon right away, but well, we have a good connection with him, so probably he'll inform us if the war have started. But most likely they just somehow traded provinces to make their border not so awkward for each other. But we'll see. What else? Maybe I have forgot something. Armor have fell. Yes. Well, my black sorceress is moving slowly toward the laboratory, site searching along the way, just as I was planning. No rush. I have no reason to, well, force her in some position to attack. I am not planning to use her in the warfare at all, because her diversity is really valuable. Okay, that's all for this turn. Let me see what what's around. Mictlan is probably going to storm Pythian Cap this turn, and I am attacking with my god the throne with Great Mother. With the Great Mother, I'm using again just Summer Heat. Well, of course, I have tested this battle before, and it was mostly fine. The only difficult thing here is several devils. They may be troublesome, but I have managed to, well, I believe, place my troops and make a pinpoint buffing enough so they won't be a big trouble. All I need is just make my god quickened, and with Morrigan's spear his damage output should heal him just fine. Also, body ethereal may work just fine. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I have to answer here. Fine. Goes like this. I don't expect luck to actually connecting because on the first, but well, maybe it will be fine. It depends. Quickness, body ethereal, devils got non-magical weapons, at least their first trident attack is not magical, so body ethereal can work fine. I'm sorry, I'm distracted a bit. Fine. It should work okay. At least in my tests there were such a result. And here I decided not to assault Agartha further. I need to consolidate my forces to move into the Kelm, I believe. Okay, the next turn 31. Some more messages. Kelm. Sure, let us have peace then. So Kelm was kinda was not arguing with me about what I have wrote him before about importance of naps. He can be bothered, I believe. That's fine. Thanks. I don't remember where he's thinking me. Oi. Damn, I need to place my platter closer. Otherwise it's quite awkward. Oh, fine. So, Famori is saying that he is aiming at Relais Cap instead of Agarthas. He is leaving into Kelm, just as expected. Funny wording. I appreciate the warning about Mictlan. Have been watching them for some time. Figured I may be on his shit list. That's a good term. Shit list is a list of players to remove, right? Kinda witty. So Jamon is he's saying that he's not interested in assaulting Jamon. Okay, so it looks like Famori is not going to be going to bother me anytime soon. One more messages. Mictlan. He's storming the PCN Cup. This turn he hopes that Ozis won't go crazy on fish. Well, we'll see. He once again asks me about Famori if I'm interested in attacking him. I'm not going to change my decision, so I'm going to answer him with the same words I told him before. Relais is telling, yeah, he wasn't sending his messages, his annoying messages last turn. And he is saying that well, it may be a good time for us to attack Patel instead. So he's basically asking me to attack my buffer against him. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that stupid. A message from German. I took the forest back from Kelm, but if Beritas move his 500 man stack army further, I won't even have borders with Kelm anymore now. So basically, he was scared for nothing last time. Kelm is not attacking him, but instead it's waging war against Beritas, or more like Beritas is waging war against Kelm. For me it's good news in the end, because well, I was planning to attack Kelm long ago, so if he is busy right now, it's good news for me, so I can be a bit more free in my actions against him. I need no more well, allies apart from Beritas and maybe Jamon. One dark knowledge, white swap catacomb. I wonder what's the site of this. +1 air, +1 death. Nice. and no new sites. And one more site, Farm of Plenty, plus one nature gem. Not bad as well. Well, not too good, but what can I do? And a Tron Assault. Well, I have got a chance of luck connecting because there are some imps around, so they may be engaged by devils instead of my mages and my gods, so maybe even a second turn of buffs will connect from my god. But not, it didn't work. Still, we have got ethereal and quickness, just as I was planning. And we have started to consume, well, to kill and heal from our enemies. But from time to time we are still receiving quite a powerful blows from devils. Actually, in my tests, my god is running away. Didn't went that bad in my tests at all. I mean, I was using like around similar amount of devils around, and somehow I was able to kill most of them, or they were busy with something else. So the actual battle went quite bad because my god got literally surrounded by them. Well, in my tests it mostly gone that way, like the Lion Ogres were coming closer, so they engaged my god in melee and and all other troops as well. And devils only managed to land around some squares, not in all squares surrounding the god. And sometimes poison procs, as we can see. Well, god only has 2 life draining attacks, and they can heal him only so much. I believe the life draining partial life drain only can heal you up to 6 damage, and only if you have inflicted like around 12, I believe, or so damage. It's not certain information, but that's how I perceive this. There are quite some of heavy hits have been connected, and my god is dead again. Really upsetting situation. The more it's really disappointing, because I was really testing this battle. Actually, I have to end this situation is showing why you shouldn't use like half-assed tests. When you are testing stuff, you should try to cover the most options, not the best possible options you have found immediately, but you should actually check for different options, for a different situation, different compositions. Maybe you should add some more more of the most dangerous enemies on the enemy sides, and so on. This time it really terrible. Probably I should have been scripted to make it into a win. I should have scripted the Moloch to fly into the bigger targets first turn, instead of casting the summer hit spell just immediately. He would have received body ethereal and quickness buff and jumped right into the Lion Ogres. Right? They would have surrounded him quite fast, but he is mostly invulnerable to his attacks. Or more like, the biggest problem with this chassis, I can get a damage reduction, weapon resist buffs, until I research wave warriors, and it's quite up ahead. So without Wave Warriors buff, it's really troublesome. I need a lot of protection. So the worst decision on my part actually was to attack this province without giving my god some other gear. This gear he's using is exactly the same items I was equipping him to take on Unlucky of the Morning Stars throne. Her throne have been just quite easily defeated with this gear, but Copper Plate has a too low prot on body, so actually he got a natural protection of 20. I can't remember him where he have got it. Can't say. I don't know if it's Sloops makes this change or not.
No, it's his natural protection.
It's his natural protection from chassis. Well,
I think so, yeah.
It's crazy. Hello, Tanis, by the way. Well, still, if I get him a bit better armor, for example, Blake steel armor, yes, I have some troubles crafting items with earth, but still I have exactly 10 earth gems, so I could have spent them to make this armor or some other item. By the way, in this battle I absolutely don't need amulet of missile protection as well, so I should have exchanged it as well. But I have decided that, well, if one test goes smoothly, well, it's not like exactly one test. I have made 2-3 tests of this battle and was satisfied with the outcome. But in reality, as I said before, one should really test the worst possible outcome and not the best one, not be satisfied with just the best one, or ideally, I mean, understand why the troops on the battlefield behave that way and not another. What is the biggest threat to your Took or something? So without doing this homework, I got my god killed. And just exchanging 2 items could have been saved him. Well, but we'll see. It's unpleasant, but now I believe second time we'll be able to summon him back, call him back a lot faster than last time. And so Mictlan is storming Pythian cap. He's got around, I don't know how many axolotls are here, around 20, and a lot of jaguars. Inside we can see only several small hydras and the Lich Queen, who is the pretender of the Pythia. I believe, Pythium was the first player to going AI, so I believe he just probably for some reason killed his Lich Queen in the expansion phase. And got so upset about it, so he just left the game, like a real pussy he is. But what can you do? I believe axolotls should have stormed back, but they're not. They are attacking walls mostly. But the most interesting part of this battle, of course, is Mictlan's Bless. What can you see here? It's a really heavy bless. Just we can understand just from the first glance. Bonus attack skill, magic weapons, shock resistance +5. It's not big. Wrathful skies will work on them, but still. Poison resistance +10, it's fine. Full vapors, they are immune to full vapors, I believe. Fire resistance +10, cold stress +5, also nice. They can be frozen in place. If I use Took with, for example, Frost Crown and so on. Death skill +3, I believe from swiftness, yes, we can see combat speed here, and with Water Bless. Undying +6, Strength +6, really heavy, Strength +6, quite.
It's not heavy. It can be
No.
separate from the. Oh, the fire and.
No, strange plus 6. It's plus 2
Earth,
from blood. It's
no,
Earth
it's Earth
6.
3.
It's
No,
Earth
it's
6
Earth 3
and blood 3. Or maybe blood 6 and Earth 3, right?
Maybe it's still pretty standard.
Well,
rainbow
yes, I
blast.
agree. It's pretty.
No, it's not. It's not heavy. It's not a heavy blast. No.
It's pretty standard, super heavy blast for late Mictlan.
Come on, it's not heavy.
Well, blood 6.
It's just.
Well.
Come on, I can make it. Okay, so what's this? EA or what?
Late. It's late Mictlan, right? So.
LA Mictlan. Okay, let me.
Fire 3, fire 3, air 3, water 3, air 3, astral 4,
just a second.
death 3. Well, it's not like. By the way, all these blesses are actually maybe you are right. It's not really heavy because it's imprisoned bless. So his god is imprisoned right now, so he can, and his troops still can benefit from this heavy blesses. But still, even if his god is really is imprisoned, his scales shouldn't be really not really that good. Still. I've got really impressed by this bless. I mean, not really impressed because it surprised me somehow. No, it's kind of, just as Tanis said, it's kind of predictable thing to have on late Mictlan. But still, I clearly understood that Mictlan is a huge threat to this game, right this turn. So, I'm starting to do quite some heavy diplomacy around. Let's see. I'm sending the message to Beritas. Hey there, please leave 385 to me. Let's see what I'm talking about. So we can see that the army of Beritas are marching towards Kaelian's throne, I believe. So, and I was trying to ask him 385. Why is it so important? I don't know. Oh, I see. Well, he has a long way to go to it. I mean, Beritas should capture this fort first. By the way, walls aren't broken. Then he should march towards throne, and only out of from the throne he can grab this province. And I still want to attack Kelum from this from Obalsin. So. I can't let Beritas have it, so I'm sending him this message in advance. Okay, the message to Famoria. Thanks as always. Mictlan wrote me asking if I can help against you or Patella again. Yes, he was really pesky about this. He is pretty pushy. I think we should gather an alliance against him. And of course, I am not asking about alliance against Mictlan because he is getting on my nerves about asking me attack him or Patella. Of course not. I am scared about Mictlan only because I have saw his bless and how he's rolling. But I am waiting this information a bit. He is getting out of hands with 2 caps and really heavy bless. Maybe you can ask some of your neighbors like Ark or someone else to help you fight him. I wrote Patala this turn so he would be prepared to face sudden Mictlan's invasion. So, and to Patella, okay? Hi, about late Mictlan. This turn I'm writing this, he captured the Pythium's cap. He got a pretty heavy bless on his Sacred Soul Resist and Strange +6 and magic weapons. Really scary. He was asking me if I want to attack you to the south from him or Famoria to the north. I was evading the topic, saying that you are fighting Relech, which is important, and Famoria has a huge border with me, so I'm scared to attack him. Well, I am basically saying him truth. The best. I believe there is no matter in this world, which is better to make other people believe you rather than saying them what you really think. And I am writing. That's why I'm writing what I am really think to him, even it's just kind of blunt. So basically, well, I think we should act defensively against Mictlan. He's getting too strong, too fast. Apart from AI Pythium, I saw him Mogin Aspadel Sacres too. Wrong. Mogin is different. Well, right. What I wanted to say. Well, I forgot. Whatever. What do you think? I am not asking to take any actions yet, because I am not prepared to fight him myself, but at least keep an eye on him and maybe ask some of your neighbors, like maybe Ulm, if he is interested in containing cancer Ozis. I would like to have Mictlan totally encircled. The best course of actions for me, I think, would be if Famoria, Arca, Ulm and Patella, together with my humble help, they both can ideally should take care of Mictlan. I mean, if they attacked from all directions, he stood no chances against all of them. I mean, so far he got only 20 Ozis in his army, but it's only so far. Soon he'll get a lot more. So I am already envisioning this situation. Okay.
I made some predictions.
Okay.
So with Dominion 5, he doesn't need High Dominion because these Sacrets are summonable. So
yes,
he doesn't need to
unless he wants to use a lot of jacks, but you're basically right.
Yeah. So with Dominion 5, and Smoke and Mirror Pretender, it's just minus 15.
Oh,
minus 15 on imprisoned.
Those
on neutral scales. Neutral scales.
I see. It's just
5 Dominion. I sent screenshot to the.
I can say for sure that his Pretender is in fact exactly a Smoke and Mirror. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself.
So there it is, so minus 15.
Only minus 15, but it's on imprisoned. Okay, well, so
it's not imprisoned.
Well, I believe he should be imprisoned. I can't say for sure, but I believe it's imprisoned.
I'm pretty sure it's imprisoned because there's really no point having him dormant or awake.
Yeah.
Really no point. So it's just minus 15. He can have like growth 3.
Luck 3,
Heat 3, Luck 3.
Mictlan can tank a lot of his scales, if not all of them. It was discussed on the, Lucid were discussing this with Sai in his recent series about his final game and his tournament, I mean. And Sai was saying that since Mictlan can blood sacrifice in his temples, so he can control his dominion like he wants to. So maybe Mictlan can even want to invite the candles of
the
his
enemy. Yeah. Okay. So Dominion. Well, we can say Dominion 2 or even 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's minus 40.
Oh, exactly minus 40.
No. Let me get them to the.
It's not really interesting. I'm not planning to attack Mictlan right now, but I've got your point, Tanis. You actually were right. I was saying that this bless is really heavy, but exactly design points wise, it's not really heavy. So you were correct.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
But it's still really heavy in terms of punching force on his main troops like Jax and Ocelotls. So it's really impactful and really fitting a good bless. So that's why I got impressed.
Basically, he can still have some scales.
Yeah, he can still have what's important. For example, Turmalak easy for him. Especially he takes hit 3, growth 3 as well. Yes. So I was wrong. I accepted. Okay, so I'm trying to fearmonger all his neighbors, well, with help. It's not like I'm asking everyone, maybe later I'll ask really everyone myself, but I'm trying to put a chain reaction. I'm asking my neighbors so they can ask their neighbors, and so they, if they have good relationship with each other, it all may be turned into this like avalanche, which will may destroy Mictlan. Let's see how it goes. The message to Mictlan. I bet I'm going to lie a lot in this message, but who knows. Good job on capturing that cap. About Flegra, I don't know where he is. Oh, so he was asking me about Flegra whereabouts for some reason. Okay, but he's insanely huge for sure. I can see his lands where previously Raga were, and then 10 provinces away near Middle Kellum. I hope his neighbors can do something about him. Inform me, please, in case something will change in your diplo standing with Famoria or Petela. I really don't want to miss the moment they start fighting. I mean, especially it will be good if Mictlan is going to inform me about beforehand about him getting preparations to attack one of those, so I can read him and told Famoria or Patala that they're in trouble in the nearest future. That will score me a huge points, diplomatic points with them. I'm not really that dumb to help Mictlan in any way. I'm not going to be aggressive for no reason, of course, too. But helping him is out of question. Especially now, he looks like a really decent player. So he will be quite hard to deal with in the future, I believe. But for now, let me concentrate, of course, on Kellum first. I'm building. Last turn I started to build palisades. By the way, Tanis, I have cleared the monolith throne from the second attempt, so now I have two tier 3 thrones here and here. So after the walls are finished on both of these places, I am attacking the birds. Fine, losing a god wasn't really pleasant, or should I say it was really devastating, but whatever, I shouldn't, I should accept this. We should learn on our mistakes whenever we can, I believe. So, about Flegra, I was writing to Pythium, really curious situation. We can see his flags here near Armorian capital. Maybe he was even helping Abyssia to, or more like he was just vulturing into Armorian provinces. So we can see him here, and really his southern border is really Middle Kellum. Can you imagine this? He's really should be fucking huge, unless he's like really thin. By the way, my empire also quite thin, if you can see. Like we are like a long sausage, located near the both sides of this lake. Kind of hilarious position. Most people would consider it quite a weak position for me, but I actually didn't feel it like that because, I have a really firm diplomatic standing with most of my immediate neighbors. I mean, with Famoria and Jamon, first of all, and also with Patela. Mictlan also, we were talking with him a lot, so I believe he won't attack me out of the blue for no reason. So I felt my empire quite fine. I mean, in terms of size, in terms of logistics, I'm going to use Flying Devils as my main striking force, so logistics shouldn't be a problem. And even if I was going to use something like crossbows or such, still this pond is really fitting for this purpose as well. I can sail from my cap right to Holoma, right, and from here I can sail well, more or less up to Is in 2 turns, like I was attacking Is. Exactly like this, I can supply my reinforcements to every direction I want. So, did I read all messages? Beritas, Famoria, Mictlan, Jomon. Okay, I got hyped too early. It's alright. I'll join Burritos a bit later anyway. So I was kind of disappointed that Jamon isn't too eager to attack birds that early, especially since Burritos already attacking it. But in my opinion, he should. Well, it will be a lot faster to deal with birds. Faster. It's more effective way. I mean. I'm sending 40 Blood Slave to Shinoyama. I did all my routine this turn, and well, by the way, in the thread I got a response. Okay, I am fine with it. I'm sending you to Dwarfen Hammers, and you go send me Blood Slaves. But this turn I got only 40 on my hands, so well, I'm going to send him 50 in two shippings, right? And to, well, excuse myself, I am sending him a Sanguini Dozerot as a compensation for inconvenience. Oh, and message to him as well, saying all the stuff I said to you just now. Thank you for the deal, I'm sorry. 10 more will be sent next turn. Well, quite heavy turn diplomatic-wise, but we'll see what next is going to happen. Let me check quite fast. When will I have some more images to show you? Turn 32, it's next turn. Okay, next turn we are going to see some more images. So I failed to capture black sorceresses, 2 troubadours died, but I have still I have 1 more still alive, and maybe even some more somewhere else, and maybe not. Well, I'll try to seduce her once again next turn. Fine. We are calling our god back and building the infrastructure. Turn 32. Turn 32. Probably somewhere around this time relay have been set AI or something. Well, we have to check. Some messages from Jotunheim. Well, I remember this. It's like he really, for some reason, hates ghosts. I bet they kicked his ass quite good. So he's really sending kind of gruesome messages like bite a ghost and drink their blood and so on and so on. What blood does ghosts has? This guy is really dumb. And even 2 messages of this. He's like kinda replacing Relech in terms of insane messages. I'm getting 2 Dwarfen Hammers from Shinoyama, then Flegram. Sorry for not messaging you last time, I believe. I didn't get around to finishing my turn, so he sent half-back turn last time. I'll start building up forces along our border, but I'm still deep in conflict with Raga. It will take me around 5 turns to be ready to attack Kelum. My armies are really slow. So, I forgot to mention one important bit of the story. Actually, it was quite a big drama in the thread by that time. So, Raga was helping, I believe, Raga was helping Abyssia to get rid of Ermor or something. Yes, or maybe they were helping Jotunheim to get rid of Lemuria as well. I can only vaguely remember these details, but so Raga was a part of coalition. And then when those some of the streets are gone, I mean Ermor is dead by now, Lemuria is on the brink of defeat as well, I believe. So his previous allies attacked Raga instead. Namely, Flegra was attacking him, and also kinda TNG maybe. Well, it was far away from me, and I don't have a scout nearby, so I can say it was a 2v1 war with the Raga on the receiving end. So let me see. Pretenders of the world. Who have gone AI? Middle TNG already AI. Is already AI. Agartha, we knew about it. Naba, we also heard about it. Vaitihaim too. And Rulech was set AI, I believe this turn. Right? He was staling, so staling for 2 turns, so people decided not to wait for him to return with his unknown rattling. So, no, well, I can say from first glance who is attacking Raga together with Flegra yet, but it's really, well, a real battle of titans. I mean, look, Flegra now is really fucking damn huge. It's really a treat. And also Raga is quite a strong nation, and that survived through early game, right? So it's going to become well, stronger and stronger from now on. So doesn't matter who is going to win in this war. I mean, everyone who emerges victorious in this conflict will be a huge threat to the world from now on. So I'm kinda reading all those rumors around this war with like with a slight trembling. Let me describe it like this. So I'm really curious what's going to happen.
Threat.
Sorry.
Treat is a
is a gift. Is a gift. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tanis, for this corrections. Finally, we can see the stack of Burritos. Well, Kellum wasn't trying to leave the siege for some reason, but the most curious part is that this castle is only 500 wall integrity. This army is sitting here for 2 turns already, and the walls aren't still breached. It means that there is a huge army inside. Actually, it's really a good moment to attack Kellum, I believe. But unfortunately, I can't allow myself to do that because, I still don't have my walls placed on the thrones. I should play as safely as I possibly can. So we are still waiting. I'm kinda dissatisfied about Burritos taking probably a lot of Kaelian lands for himself, but still, if the birds will die in the end, it's all good in my book. Okay, what else? Here my blood farm got destroyed by some chivalrous knights, I believe, or was just greedy knights who was aiming to own this province for themselves. I'm using assassins. I'm moving my assassins with the amulet of the dead here, killing the barb leaders, and then pinging this province and taking it to myself. Unfortunately, troubadours were too late. This neutral province have been quite easily cleared by Mictlan. How so? Oh, I see. I was wrong. I have got a single troubadour inside this turn, and he failed to seduce the black sorceress once again. Battle started, and he luckily managed to knife her. It's kind of funny, but well, it made Mictlan to capture this province without basically any fight. But who cares? I'll move, troubadours on top of their seduction ability, they are also spies. So I'll try to move them around a bit and trying to fight some more capitals. I'll try to steal the graphs of my neighbors if I can. Fine, what else? Let me check my notes. The biggest part of this turn we actually haven't read it to the end. Something important happened in this game, and it's Eyes of God. From Ulm, for some, his pretender, I believe, have casted this spell, global spell. What else? And of course, like it usually happens in 4chan games, it's a really good tradition, by the way. They're posting the graphs publicly. Tanis, help me once again. How do you say in public?
Publicly.
Publicly, thank you. So they are posting the graphs publicly, and all people who are interested in the game can analyze them, understand who is it read. So those actions are actually shaping diplomacy quite to a big scale. So, and Ulm decided this time to do the same, what usually is being done. So we are going to see graphs soon, but before that let me check if I also missed something more. Right, I'm trying to Fearmonger against Mictlan, okay, or some more, I'm saying. So I have sent more messages. 10 blood slaves to Shinoyama from the last time to Flegram. Beritas is currently invaded Kelon, so it may look like a coalition if both you and me will join in. I'll attack in 3 turns or so myself. So I'm trying to I got the last message from Flegra, so he's saying his stuff is slow, he's going to actually act. He needs to amass some forces on the border with Kelm, so it will take time, and so on and so on. I'm just, in this message, I'm just saying him that I am attacking soon, and so he can join whenever he likes. So I'm not pressuring him. I'm not saying that my decision to wage war depends on him. No, I'm saying that I'm attacking, so he can just adjust his behavior accordingly. Message to Mictlan. I'm going to sit and watch for a bit. I believe I am answering to him, to his suggestions to attack both Patala and Famori, I believe. And after that, I am attacking Middle Kelm to my east. He is being invaded by Beritas, so it's a good chance to read the world from one flying menace. About Famoria. I can't attack him first since our border is huge, but if things will go good for you, I'll join later. So, as you can see, I don't want to be first to tackle him. He looks sorta scary, helpless and shit. I'm glad you got your hammers without relying on me. Mostly it's all lies. Of course, I'm just saying whatever. I'm saying whatever to Mictlan to look like I'm neutral towards him. And the main point, I was trying to pretend that I'm ignorant about his goals, about him trying to make me help him get bigger. So I'm acting like kind of clueless, just spouting some excuses not to help him, some dumb excuses. What else? I'm saying here that I have quite terrible gold income. I can't build more than, actually my listed income is quite nice. I mean 200 and 2,200 with the upkeep being less than 9 hundreds of gold. So I should have quite quite enough, quite a nice gold around to toss around, but in reality I have to not to recruit a lot of mages in some of my forts just to build one more lab. It's really depressing, and it's all thanks to my extensive blood hunting. And as I was saying on my previous streams, it's wrong decision to blood hunt in general. You should do it not extensively but intensively. You should hunt one province to the to the sticks and stones, I don't know, and then switch to another. I'm losing too much gold. And it's slowing my development quite seriously.
Well, gold-wise, yes, but
yes.
blood slaves-wise, no.
Yes, you are right. That's true. But you are right. Population-wise as well, when you are intensively blood hunting, the people in that province are dying really fast. So it's actually troublesome. But I can say that people, as I was saying before, people have do the math before, and they really clearly showed that those losses of you are getting a bit less slaves per turn doing it intensively than extensively, but the additional gold you're saving, they're covering these losses quite a lot, and in the bigger rate, I mean. Okay.
Well, Mictlan would disagree.
maybe. Well, I'll try to. I had experience doing it like that, and now in my next game, I'm playing one game right now with a Blood Nation. It's not Gen games though, but it doesn't change mechanics. So I'll try to do it differently this time, and I'm going to compare the results, more or less, and going to form my own view on this and understand what's the best, how to do it the right way. Okay, what else? The Hall of Fame. Checking the Hall of Fame. I wonder what's interesting is there. Probably some interesting names. Sure. Exactly what you're expecting from a 4chan. First name of the Jotun Tux, Timo, Sultan, El Bikratist.
Interesting. He's using Centurions, not the how's it called? Thaumaturgs.
Oh.
Yeah, Lemurian Thaumaturgs.
Yes.
It's interesting because they're not cheap. They're not exactly cheap, those guys.
Lemur console.
Consoles. I believe it's 18 gems or something.
Actually,
or maybe even more. It doesn't have any scales. No scales, paths.
Path, of course.
It's just a it's just an ethereal commander with some good stats, but
maybe he is sacred and maybe he has H1, but I'm not sure.
He is sacred.
He is sacred, but doesn't have H1.
Can you click it?
I'm trying to click, but no luck. You can see
think you
here.
can.
Right, from the pretenders. Oh no, it's summonable, so it's impossible here as well. But okay, it's kind of interesting, by the way. And score graphs.
Oh, it's H3 actually.
No, seriously.
It's H3. Yeah, and it's 25 test gems. I don't know. I really do not know if it's really worth it. Although he does have protection.
Yes, of course,
33
they have
points.
protection. It's console after all. It's not some archbishop or something. But yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, I
don't
actually
know.
have never played Lemuria seriously. I mean, in multiplayer game at least. So I can say.
Yeah. I
So
think
you
you
need a
still
lot
need
of.
to thug their thaumaturgs, grand thaumaturgs or something.
Yes, but they're a lot more expensive, I believe. I don't know how much they cost. Like maybe 35.
50.
Grand Thaumaturgs. 50.
Yeah. Grand Lemur. It's called
Grand
Grand
Lemurs.
Lemur.
15? What?
Yeah. 50. 50.
Oh, 50. Oh, that's the reason. 50. It's crazy. That's the reason. So probably you can have two consoles
I don't know.
instead. But I agree with you. Actually,
They do have H3, and
Yes,
on
and
top of that,
Magic
Astral
Pass.
and Deaths. Yes. So
Yeah, Magic
I
Pass.
don't know.
Yeah.
The attack skill is lower, but defense skill is 20. They have no protection, yes, but
You
come
can
on, I
can
think
equip
they're way
some
better.
item on them. Yes. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know,
agree.
really.
You need to have some experience.
It's a good idea, I guess. Like, but consoles really.
Well, if they as long as it works, as they say. But really, Lemuria now has some problems.
They cost too much. They're overpriced.
20,
in my opinion.
25. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. I agree. 25.
I would understand if they had like H1, but at the same time, like with the same stats and HP, like 10 death gems or something, that would be a lot better.
Yeah.
But H3 makes them quite expensive.
But 10 it's quite cheap, I'd say. They could produce one of them each turn. If you take a really heavy blast,
There are some. There are lemur, some lemurs with 20. No, 12. I think 12 gems.
Gem per
Just
summon.
12 gems.
I see.
Yeah. You can still tag them. Why not?
Yeah.
They even have like Death 1, I think, or something.
Basically, there are not some consoles, but there are also some. How do they call
I think that's a hero. Oh no, that's a Centurion.
Centurion,
scales.
exactly.
It doesn't have any paths.
But mostly consoles. You were right. Yeah, this one is.
No, it's 3 Centurions actually. 3 Centurions and 3 consoles.
Yeah.
4 consoles.
Oh, so yeah, you are right. So he is summoning everyone. He has gems to summon. I mean, he's trying to do it every turn, I believe. Well,
I really like Lemuria. It was the first nation I played ever.
Yeah, interesting. In multiplayer game, right?
Yeah, and Mictlan.
Well,
Mictlan cleared me with the LA Atlantis.
Oh, yeah, the magical weapons really fucks up the ghosts. But, we can learn from this, not maybe learn, but we can try. We can notice that the people playing like that, and we can try and check if it's viable strategy or not. Or we can try to make it work, for example. If yes, it may be huge. But, we should try all our strategies in Dominion 6, I believe, and not now. Basically, I was writing about checking the Hall of Fame because I find the name of the Tux Famoria users really super funny. Like this one, we all remember that Famoria got a trinity of like beaches, like kind of beachy females. Morrigans, and their servants are named like that. Simpmart shareholder, Simpmart shareholder, and the second one, Big Took man, Small Took plan. I find it it hits the spot with me. I mean, like those scummy names, like those guys in the brothels who is protecting the prostitutes or something like that. Kind of funny. Okay, and to the score graphs Ulm have posted. Let me show. Let me find them first. first of all, yeah, it's global. It's not relevant. We have seen this. What else? The first graph here we got income. Probably I have also there are a lot of information. You can't. It will be really hard to understand all of it from the get-go. Now let me think. I have already watched it closely. So in income I am the 8th. My place is 8. First place Shinu, then Flegra Kelum. Of course early Kelum, not middle, or maybe middle. It's hard to say. Being 8 is not too bad. It's not like I am the leader of this game, but still I am far ahead from the most of the nations, especially, well, not including losers, of course. So I am really in favorable position if I'll be lucky in my next war, so I can maybe come closer to the top. But let's check this. Shinoyama is the richest nation for now. Next graph. Let me show. It's army size. Next, I am 8th again. Again the same place. First place is Kelum, and I believe it's actually Kelum Asphodel Kelum. But I should have actually wrote which Kelum is the first. I believe the first should be early Kelum. It's really more powerful than the middle. But both birds actually got a lot of chaff. They are buying their flying troops. Last turn we can see that Flegra it used to be on the second spot, but it really got wrecked by Raga, I believe. So it fell down pretty hard, almost to my levels. So Flegra got beach slapped. But still, all others are actually strong. I am not going to lie. I am got a cold feet. I've got a cold feet a bit about attacking Kelum after seeing this. But cold feet is not necessarily means that I abandoned my plan. It's actually made me more. Now I want his blood even more, so I'm fighting going to fight a really challenging foe, I believe. So if I'm gonna kill him just like I'm planning, it will be a huge feat, as I think. Then let me find it. It's here probably. Provinces. For some reason the third graph is provinces. What we've got here? I am 5th, or no, 9th, probably 9th. Yeah, my plane is 9. First Flegra, then early Kelum, and then Asphodel. Well, no, it doesn't means a lot. Provinces is just land mass. For example, Asphodel is quite high up here, but in the income graph it's really poor, of course, because of pop kill. So it doesn't mean a lot, but just curious. Flegra really is the biggest nation in the game, and this actually my graph is kind of here. So Flegra is twice my size. It's really impressive. So it's maybe a bad idea for me to ask him to help against middle Kelum. So I made probably a mistake. But since he answers that he is busy somewhere else, and also he lost big against Raga, so probably it doesn't matter in the end. Next graph, what we can see him. Oh, this provinces are the same. These graphs, I believe. Yes, game income. I am 7th in the games. It's my best result so far, I believe. Well, I also have a Blood Nomics running. I don't know how my Blood Nomics fares against Mictlans or some other Blood Nation on the map like Late Abyssia or such, but I believe I am not too far behind everyone. So the 7th place may result in reality like something like 3rd or so, or 4th, if we consider Blood Slaves. First is Shinuyama with a really impressive lead. Then early Kello, they also did really good at site searching, really impressive, and they're top leaders. Their lead is kind of huge, and it's really scary. It shows how those two are actually, they quite soon may, in theory, run away with the game easily, because the games are the lifeblood of the Dominions. I mean, when you can have more stuff, you basically can solve problems a lot easier. What else? And the third is Asphodel. Asphodel, they're a bit behind both of them, but whatever. Well, okay, such graphs. I'm quite satisfied. I wanted to be a bit higher, not gonna lie, but still I'm quite satisfied with my place still. I think it's okay. Then and one last message I've got. It's the actual battle of Raga versus Flegra. Let me show you, really impressive. It's kinda
77 Shadens. What the hell?
77, yes, and half of them died. But still, basically, well, and Griffon.
That's impressive. It's like turn 31, 32, right? This battle was on what turn?
Yeah, it was 31st turn. Yeah, 31st. So
that's
it's
really
a
impressive.
huge
77.
amount. And by the way, I have noticed, Tanis, look, he after battle he have got 10 more Turan Griffons. So he have lost only 24 in reality.
Right.
So he lost only 24. Really nice. A lot of birds have died, but I believe it's not important. I wonder what he was using. It's not really a lot of mage support we can see here. Only 6 Turan Sorks. And what else? Unconquered Warrior, I don't know what hero is this. So probably, the biggest part of the impact on Flegra did those actual Giadans. We can see 500, almost 500 of frags on their kill count. Really impressive. Flegra did had more mages, Trophimus Sages. Most of them probably have been, yes, those 11 are com slaves, I believe. They have got 4 tags. All of them died. Well, basically, all of them died. That's we can say for sure. But we should have noticed that most of the Phlegron army is just Helot soldiers. It's actually not impressive. Really not impressive on the Phlegron part. It's just a chaff, I'd say. So he was kinda using human troops for... actually, I should point out that I am not a big expert on Middle Flegra. I played this game once, and even before that I made a pause with the minions, so it was long ago, like maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, when the game first came out. So I wasn't using, when playing Flegra, I wasn't using human troops all that much in reality. and he is using it extensively, and I don't think it's a good idea because they're not sacred and they're all what's good going for them probably is their long spear. For someone,
They have another problem.
yes.
When they accumulate enough experience, they become magical beings for some
Oh,
reason.
yeah, exactly.
They lose the slave tag,
Oh, no.
but they
Maybe
have the
Tanis, are you sure you are not confusing with late flagra? And late flagra are, I know this mechanics.
No?
In middle, they are doing this as well.
Oh, maybe.
Because I don't remember this, but because it's not like I don't remember this, because in the lore, only in the late age, the mages, those oppressor mages, start giving out this slave collars not only to the mages, to the shackled mages, but also to the troops. So they started giving those slave collars to their warriors too, to ensure that they are loyal to their death until they die. Well, basically, understandable outcome. I mean, these guys, even if they buffed somehow, if they are partially buffed, which I am not really sure about, they're just a fodder. So Jaedans are going to massacre all of them, and it's exactly what have happened. And together, by the way, together with a few tooks Flagra was using. It's a really heavy blow. What do you want to say, Tanis?
I mean, it's just not really that big of a loss.
For him.
4 tugs. Okay,
4 tooks,
right.
Yeah.
But what else?
Yeah.
Like,
some
mages,
mages.
Cheap. So and plus 3 good. No. So only 1 real mage and some sages and just shackled mages.
Oppressors. It's just not impressive.
19 gigantic warriors. Only 19.
Yeah, not really.
4 3 helo soldiers.
When I was playing
I guess that's a loss, but they are useless anyway. So
I was mainly using exactly them, Gigante warriors.
If we try to count the gold, I wonder if the Braga actually lost more.
Well, he's probably
lost
more, but I got your point.
24 Jaedans, they cost
like
about 3,000, almost 3,000.
I see.
Gold. Well, just those Jaedans.
Well, this guy's probably costs around 3,000 as well. I mean, those 300.
Well,
maybe they're cheaper. I doubt they're 10 each. They're slaves after all, so they're probably 8. I believe they should cost 8. I'm saying it out of my head.
Maybe 10, but still.
I got your point, and I understand it. But there is one more thing in this. I mean, not everything can be measured in gold in this game. Flagra here lost a huge chunk of its initiative. 4 tyrants. Okay, 4 tyrants are important.
That's the only real loss I can see here.
No, Tanis. What I'm going to convey is that Flagra have to rebuild his army from the scratch. It's a huge loss in the initiative. So let me imagine this. Let me describe the situation. Flagra plus some other player attacking Raga. They're invading him. They have set up, preparing to the big showdown. It happened, and were completely defeated. So now they have to collect all the forces from their empire in one place. They should research proper magic to answer the questions Raga forced well, presented them, and so on. So basically now Flegra for quite some time, let's say for maybe even 10 turns or so, especially he was saying to me before that his stuff is really slow, so logistic is a problem for Flegra, so he have to took a lot of efforts to collect his forces in one place and move them somewhere he needs to, while Raga, having all his, basically most of his troops are flying. He was using a bit of cavalry, as we see here, but they're irrelevant. His main striking force, of course, was area infantry and, of course, Giadans. So, and Flegra, while and Raga, where Flegra is unprepared, he can do anything. During these 10 turns, he can, well, I won't say that he can
it's not 10 turns,
conquer.
It's not 10.
If he's, well, he's the biggest player in the game. He needs...
And he lost as well. And he lost most of the army as well. Like all area infantries, all the
well, area infantries,
Giadans.
yes, but Giadans, as we 24 is exactly
you still need
1/3.
to take them to the capital.
Yeah, yes, well,
wait for one turn
sure,
and then take them
but
back.
he still has half of his secrets, and this enough numbers to, for example, I don't know where they were fighting. I don't know well. What they're staging now, actually. I mean, who attacks who, but Flegra
well, if there are
bought
two
them.
attackers.
Yes, there's
that
two
there were
attacks.
two attackers.
Okay, but Raga can probably can repeat the success again, maybe.
Maybe. He already lost half of his Giadans. He can't attack this turn.
Well, I agree that maybe
so it's not really that obvious.
Now, okay, I agree that now it's not too close to his victory, but he did a huge step towards this coalition being a failure. Well, we have to commend Raga for his efforts at least. But maybe not comment the Raga itself. Maybe we should say that the plan of Flegra was really, well, inadequate, because you can't win.
Helicopter go burr.
yeah, they really go brrr. Yeah, that's true. But having what really, what I want to say about this, that Flegra shouldn't have bought 400 of his, well, that's not bad troops, but he doesn't really need them that many at least. Well, you need we have saw around 75 Aryan infantry on the side of Raga. Flegra should have around the same numbers to basically cover, or maybe a bit more, to cover his mages in the back. All his striking force should be giants. Giants can probably, maybe not. They at least can try.
Recruitment.
Yes, that's troublesome.
And
but still,
capital only, I think.
But relying on infantry to deal with Giadans was a huge mistake. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't planning to. Well, maybe it just happened. He wasn't planning to use them. They were just already lying around and so on. That's why he was fielding them at the end. But the decision itself is wrong. I don't know. Well, you should go about killing Giadans absolutely differently, I believe. And the biggest part, of course, is we don't know which magic was used during this battle. So this is the biggest part of this question, of this equation. Well, I have 40 more minutes, so let me continue. Next 33rd turn. Let me check fast. Do I have more pictures? Yes, next turn I got something too. Nice. 33. More messages. Famoria. He's pretty worrisome about Mictlan, I believe. As far as the player who might attack me list goes, Arca is stealing a lot, but maybe he's down to attack. So, bad news, Arca is played from time to time, it's bad. So he's not a reliable ally. So well, probably those kind of players are the worst in all games. They're sending their turns sporadically. It's, well, you can't count on them. You can't do a proper diplomacy. You can ask them something, they won't answer next turn, and so on. So it's probably kind of irritating. Early Arc is irritating all his neighbors, I believe. Flegram. Alright, not going to lie, the anti-Raga coalition is having trouble, говорит, конечно. His huge stack got absolutely wiped, of course the coalition is having trouble. My Gigante warriors are proving relatively promising in that exchange. Exactly what I'm trying to say. So he should have used the giants. Tanis was saying that they're limited in recruitment, that's true. But Flegra is huge, well, size-wise it's huge. He should have built a lot of forts and recruit them, well, I mean, everywhere, I believe.
I think it's 1 per fort.
Yes, it's why. Yes, but
you can't amass them.
You can't
and
have.
Not by the turn 33. No.
Yes, maybe that's the point. Yeah, you have a point here. You can't have too many of them. That's true. But on the other hand, well, you're right. I don't know.
They're not that good, actually. They're not that good.
Well, he's saying it himself that they're proving relatively promising. It's not he's saying that they're not one hit killing the Giants, but they're at least not as useless as human slave troops. Well, that was my point. But I agree with you that really by the turn 31 you probably can't have too much of them, at least. But on the other hand, let me point out another thing, that they are well, taking almost no attrition. If you are using Gigante warriors, it's really hard to kill them unless the enemy uses a magic extensively. They're quite bulky and so you can amass them to some extent. Well, at least, I mean, in the last battle we saw there was 20 of them, 19 to be precise. If he could have filled around, let's say 60, ideally 80, to face those 80 giants, at least he still could have lost. Maybe he should have lost even in that case, but he could have killed a lot more giants, a lot more, I believe. But I don't know exactly when I can start fighting Kellum. I'd love to help, but so Flegra basically is refusing to help me against Kellum, but I don't need him much. I was just asking before, like out of before I didn't know that Beritos is actually committing to killing Kellum. So with serious efforts from him, I should be okay. It's enough. It's okay. It's sufficient help for me already. Messenger have arrived from Mictlan. Relech went AI, so nothing holding us back if you want to go after Patella. Once again, Mictlan is being so annoying. He's asking me to attack Patella thrice already. If he thinks that I'm going to give in to his diplomatic pesky attempts, he is mistaken. It's really getting on my nerves. I can't say him that he is really fucking annoying, but it's really a bad way to do diplomacy unless you are maybe he got an idea. I'm giving him some excuses. and some like rationalization on my part. I was trying to feed it to him, and he was trying to be pusher, like saying, disapproving my points, trying to swing me. Probably he doesn't understand that I am trying to avoid him, that I am trying to be fluent here. Let's see where it goes, but I don't really like his approach actually. He's making it's making me like him less and less, with each message he is sending to me. He's waiting the answer from Asphodel. He told me he is super busy and can answer this turn. Do you know who is eating right now? He's asking me about Asphodel. I am not boarding him. Well, and I have exactly one scout in his lands. And no, I don't know what Asphodel is doing. I'm surprised that Raga fucked those two that hard. By the way, those two, he's implying that Raga actually have won another battle somewhere against the second ally of second force of the coalition. So probably Raga even scored two wins, but I'm not sure. It's really interesting. We have researched some magic, some buffs, some more claimed thrones, some more proclamations of profits. Nothing really interesting. Good turn in blood hunting for me. I'm getting it's around 60, a bit less, 70, 80, almost 100 of blood slaves. It's first big catch in this game for me, and it's only turn 33, I believe. Well, it feels kind of nice. Jamon cleared some indies somewhere, probably some Tron as well, and maybe not. And once again, oh no, it's those knights who basically assaulted my blood farm before. I am driving them away this turn using air elementals. I'm being kinda how does it calls? I'm being kinda wasteful here. I'm wasting games to clear the independent, but I want to continue to hunt blood as fast as I can actually, so I need this province more than I need these games. Wrath of the Leper King, let's see, maybe it's useful, maybe not. For now I have where my another note. Let me see. Well, I have quite a lot of contracts already. One of my stacks of devils here are probably numbers in 40, yes, so I have 40 devils defending the throne from the potential attack of Kelum. But I don't expect this attack, of course, because Kelum now is busy with Beritas. And here I have probably a bit less. 10 here, 20 here, 25 devils inside my cap. It's already something. 65 devils is a quite serious striking force. It should be able, maybe, to solve most of my problems with Kel, maybe. Okay, we are calling my god back. What else? Not really eventful turn otherwise. Nowadays all the talks, yeah, I'm saying that in the thread all the talks is about Raga successes. So he is defeating the coalition by itself. Oh, I'm getting reminded that we're going to have guests soon. So just what should I write? I should write I'll be free in 20 minutes. fine. What else? What else? Yeah, some more thrones were claimed. I am twice born in the Satina. It's really important. She's going to be a heavy lifter for me. I'm starting already to use her rope. I'm going to use her rope to craft nature boosters. They're also important for me, and basically all other boosters in the sorcerer's paths of magic as well. Okay. Well, and more I'm basically almost every turn I'm creating one more blood farm. So I decided not to try to save gold. I am putting all my efforts into acquiring more and more blood slaves. At least, well, it's not easy decision, but it's, well, at least the thing I am going for. And some message also I have got. Image I mean. 33, let me see, where is it? Yeah, here it is. What is it? Oh, it's Bless. Bless of Ulm. Ulmish Bless, I don't remember if we saw it before. Poison resistance plus 15. Interesting, it's a good idea on Ulm because, well, the weakness of his troops is follow-uppers absolutely. So I think he should be able to respond to. But unfortunately, Ulm doesn't have a lot of sacrets. Exactly, he has 0 this nation has 0 sacrets. So only his mages are going to benefit from this, and not all his mages, but only his cup-only mages. So the idea is good, but the utility of this bless is nice, but it's really limited. Undying plus 4, HP plus 3, Strange, I don't know, probably from some throne he claimed, and Combat Farcaster. Well, kinda expected. You quite usually see the Iron Blizzard build, I'd say. So he is aiming to Iron Blizzard all the troubles in front of him. Probably a good idea. Ulm Bless is important because this turn, I believe, I'm trying to convince, or maybe next turn, okay, sometime soon. I still didn't get a message from Patala, or no, I got a message from Patala. Well, at least Relech is AI now, so I could potentially do something about Mictlan, he means. I'd rather not fight a two-front war, even if one of them is AI. It's reasonable. It's really reasonable, especially since Relech, he has a lot of chaff, and AI Relech is going to flood the shore with its huge armies of useless troops. So you have to pay close attention to the shore as the Relech neighbor. But on the other hand, Patal is basically saying that he is not going to do anything before Relech is gone. And it's really not quite wise on his part. Maybe he should reach some research targets and something else, or amass some kind of troops on his side. But waiting until Relech will die off is kind of not a good idea. Because all his neighbors are getting stronger and stronger, me included. If you do decide to go against him, I'll try to take a few provinces, but most of my focus is still on Relech currently. Okay, I understand, but I'd like to. If I was a free agent, I would definitely go after Mictlan. I would really talk myself to everyone and would try to convince them join me. But for me, Kelum is a lot more viable and easy target to reach, especially considering his fight against Beatles. By the way, in this turn we can see that Kellum cut the retreat roads of his for the Beritian army, but haven't attacked. So he probably kinda scared about attacking. So maybe they're at a stalemate. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what is going to happen in their conflict. I mean, before Jamon was first Jamon told me about their war, and Jamon said that exactly, he said that my money is on Beritas. So, and I was blindly believing his. I was kind of skeptical actually. I can't believe that early Beritas can fare quite well against middle Kelu. It's kind of counterintuitive to me. But I have believed that Jamon's reasoning. And now that's why I'm expecting Beritas to actually win and take some shit from birds. But no major fight yet. It's quite curious. And the most curious part here is that for some reason my music stopped. Let me renew. Why aren't you working? You dump program. You dump computer program. Oh, some music. Fine. Well, play. Nice. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, the most curious part is third turn, and the ice castle is not breached. It's kind of crazy. Beritas with around 400 of troops sitting on top can't breach the walls. It's really scary. Well, we were seeing the graphs before, and we saw that Middle Kellum got a third biggest army among the all players on the map, and it's kind of impressive. So I should act fast probably before, because if Beritian army is going to be defeated, the whole weight of this huge swarming, flying, cancerous. Don't know. Horde will be directed towards me. I should avoid it at all costs if it's possible. Well, what else? I still haven't summoned my god back, but I'm still making contracts. Now I think that I need to have around 20 contracts. I mean, my main, I'm planning to use as a main shuttle for my devils to shuffle them around. These Chemazots. Chemazots can lead 40 undead troops. So I probably need either 20 contracts to have 20 contracts to get 40 devils per 2 turns, or 40 contracts to send Chemazots every turn. We'll see. We'll see how I'll go about it. Well, let's see. Probably one more turn, like real fast. Maybe not. I don't know. 34th turn seems is not all that big as well. So let's see it. Turn 34. More messages. Ulm. Basically, I'm not. The problem with my stream here is that I am not sending saving the last version of my turn. So I am doing the diplomacy after I have sent final diplomacy after I have saved the turn. So I finally decided to write a message to Ulm and ask him to attack Mictlan well, I was relying on Patella to do that before, but I decided that Ulm is too strong, so I can ask him myself. And Ulm is saying they call me the Kingmaker. That's fucking pissed me off. That fucking pissed me so much. Do you know what does it means? It basically means that Ulm realizes the danger of Mictlan and basically have a good relationships with him. So he and moreover, he's bragging about them being friends. So, and it's kinda, and of course he's going to, well, rat me to Mictlan and say that I'm going, trying to patch up a coalition against him. So it's really pissed me off. Well, Ulm is really fucking dumb. Maybe his build is good, maybe he's a good player, but he's behaving himself really fucking unreasonable. Well, fine. The message from Mictlan. Buying this game, selling all games except water. If interested, hit me up. He's probably sending this to everyone. Well, buying these games, I have some, but I can't sell them. Because I need... now I'm using Amulets of the Death on my assassins for them to be able to kill at least something. Message from Mictlan. Can you sell me lightless lanterns? I would like to buy a few. I am so far away from construction 6 that you can't believe. Well, I am not even planning to hit it soon. I need blood 4 for I believe Bloodlust. Yeah, Bloodlust is important spell to make my devils hit harder. And then I need some conjuration as well. I want to summon my first super combatants out of Troll Kings, Sea Kings I mean. And only after that I can reach construction 6. So no luck here as well. I can sell Mictlan any lanterns at all. Jamon, don't mind me just taking the lake. Shit, when I have read this message I was actually it was a shock. Let me see. Jamon really attacked Femoria, just as I was afraid of. Really damn what? The thing that I wanted to avoid at all costs. Really, Jamon was really feeling bad about Femoria having a lot of lands where Jamon himself can recruit more regions. So Jamon decided to take these lands. And it's really unpleasant. It's really can spoil all my plans. I mean, they're going to fight near me, trying to ask me for help while I need to kill them. And on top of that, bad news is Beritas, he retreated for some reason. There was no battle, but he just ran away. At least he decided not to take battle. So if I attack Kelum right now, then I can't attack him right now because I will be alone against him probably. Maybe they made peace with Beritas or something. It's really unpleasant. Really dire situation I have find myself in. And one more bit of information which is actually disappointed me to some extent even more. My god returned once again, and once again he lost 1 point of Dominion strength in the process. Like fucking what? Look, now I have Dominion strength 2. It's kind of I can die. That's what I was thinking first. But around this time, actually, there was a patch which added some description to late Maria Nation. And this line was that actually this feature was with this nation for a long time. This powerful inquisitors. Where is it? Basically, they are dominion of not dominion. The lands, basically Inquisition. The biggest part is Inquisition. In all the lands of late Marignon, there happens Inquisition. They are finding heretics of all types. So, dominion of late Mari, I mean spreading in all their nations, in all their lands passively, up to one candle. So you will basically, that's why well, for example, I don't have temple in East for a long time, but still there is one candle. I got one my candle here, and in all neighboring provinces as well. How did this happen? Thanks to this effect. So Marignon's Inquisition are basically getting rid by default passively out of all hostile candles in all my lands, and placing up to one my own candle and stops at that. So when I realized this, it was a bit later. It was a huge like relief for me. But now I was really stressed. Having a dominion point of 2 is really scary. It's really fucking scary. I can just literally die from lack of candles in some direction.
You can still die.
Well, I can still die, but well, so far no sign of someone don't pushing me. So far, so now, for example, I can kind of feel myself safe for a short period of time. What else? Once more, good blood hunting is going, and really interesting piece of information how Kelum is going about destroying Monolith province. They're using air elementals and mass, and then what a crazy man. He is going ordering all his Eagle Kings to just fucking advance and cast right after, well, right under the Watcher's fire potentially. It's really scary. Yes, Kellyan Eagle Kings got 22 shock resistance, as we can see here, right around 22, but it's not nearly enough to tank a direct Watcher's strike. So how will it go? Let us see. And basically they are getting hit somewhere. Yeah, one of them got wounded. So probably it's just full slug. But finally Watchers lost their armor. And in the close range, even despite, he got actually lucky that the monolith haven't casted, haven't used elemental resistance on him, and actually haven't summoned a swarm, like swarm or maybe creeping doom. So they're basically hitting him with evocations up close. Well, first when I watched this, I was really impressed. I was thinking, wow, he did test this and got such a nice clean result. But in reality, now I think it was just fucking YOLO. He was basically I don't know. It may have worked. And it worked, but the risk was really high. His mages was literally targeted by Watchers for quite some time, and he could have lost not one, but maybe 3 Eagle Kings or so. Well, it's really scary. Scary looking. Look, so many lightning. Wow, yeah, and one of them got killed, right? And as I was saying before, for example, the monolith casts like 1 or 2 swarms, and all those bugs can actually poison and kill all the remaining Eagle Kings. So it was really risky. It wasn't worth the risk, I think, but still very really interesting. What else? I killed all the, well, I checked how many barb commanders remained in the province where I'm going to assassinate. So I need to perform one successful assassination here, one more successful assassination, and this province is mine. Well, not really otherwise eventful turn, but diplomatically this turn is super heavy. What should I do first? I'll try to I'm basically asking Jamon to make peace with well, with Famoria, because really it's holding me down terribly. Well, I'm answering Mictlan that I haven't reached Constra 6 yet, so he should fuck himself. I'm selling 12 death games to man, fine, and sending him that I want nature or earth in exchange. Fine, then Famoria. Shit, I haven't seen it coming. That's true. It was really unexpected for me. He wrote me just this turn that he wants you're underwater and I shouldn't care. Damn, and that's when Berita's getting repelled by birds. Really bad luck. Well, I'm really writing what I think. It's really a terrible situation. Well, exactly 2 turns ago, things looked like kinda nice. Everything was going smoothly. And now I'm basically, well, left alone against Middle Kelm, who is the 3rd biggest nation in the game in terms of army size. To a German, the most important message this turn, I'm trying to sell him. I don't have a lot of time to read everything. Basically, I'm trying to this word I'm forgetting, to convince him that attacking Famoria is super counterintuitive thing for us to do. I'm saying some kind of half bullshit stuff about our region being, well, basically I'm saying him that Famoria, me and him are basically one region. If we are starting to fight among ourselves, someone outer force like Asphodel, Mictlan, I don't know, Abyssia or something could understand that our region is, well, in a strife and invade one of us. Okay, sure, 2 of someone 2 out of 3 will survive through this, but our neighboring rivaling powers will grow only stronger from this, and our whole region will collapse. So I'm basically, well, I'm writing exactly this. So I'm saying, please make peace with him. Try to, well, ask him a reasonable peace, well, something demands. You can present some demands to him, and let's fight Kelm together. I'm trying to say Beritas is doing poorly, it seems. So let's, well, just take his place, and together with me, let's crush the birds and leave Famoria alone. So that's all my reasoning behind this. I'm really, well, my hope is well, I am not hoping on a lot, but at least maybe he'll listen to me or suggest something reasonable in exchange, or some time, well, or is going to say when he's going to change my mind or something. I don't know, but things looks really grim right now to me. What else? Some more messages to Arcocephalia. It's another neighbor of Middle Kelm. He is here, so I'm sending him messages in another tone. I'm saying, hey, I was about to attack Kelm, but well, he defeated, like, or well, ward himself off from Beritas, so I am not sure if I should attack Kelm or not. So if you will help me, I'll attack for sure. So let's do this. Some kind of this roundabout way of saying things, because I can't really do it alone right now. Well, maybe I can, but it's really too risky. It's too risky. Well, I am basically glued to a spot. I can't do much right now. I am only on the mercy of my decisions of all of my neighbors. And the last message to Famoria, well, we have read this already. Oh no, it's another message. I'm saying that I am going to ask Jamon, well, to peace out with you, but I don't know what he is thinking. And I am asking him to try to negotiate the situation. Basically, I'm trying to ask Famoria not to get really pissy about Jamon, not to make their warrant to a conflict of existence, like existential conflict, like. So they shouldn't. Well, I'm basically trying to like kiss, right? Kiss, guys, kiss, like that. I don't know what's going to happen here, but things looks really grim right now. Well, what else? I'm starting one new farm here, going to start soon. I have built both my forts right now, but I can't attack. I was planning to attack this turn. Exactly, my armies, flying devils at least, should be sitting in Ablasin this turn ideally, but I can do this. Forgot I'm doing a stupid thing, blood hunting my capital for one turn, and I have got all the equipment enough to assault this throne second time. Now I have everything I need. The Ring of Regeneration instead of Morrigan's Spear, additional source of mitigating of damage mitigation. I got a better armor. Now it's a chainmail of displacement. It's pretty light and pretty high protection as well as defense. So, and well, I am pretty sure that I'll succeed if I attack here. I don't know, maybe this is also a kind of outdated turn and I have still attacked, but I'm not sure what to do, because maybe my god will be needed. Well, I needed to fight Kelum most likely, and I wonder will I have the time to actually clear the throne. Alright, I should have stopped. Well, I need to stop. Thanks a lot to everyone who is going to watch this. I bet not a lot of people was watching this online, like basically 2 people. But the biggest thanks to Tanis, who was trying to talk to someone like me in English. Well, alright, see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.